Hi, I'm Sarah Chen, single mom, business consultant, and proud mother of my brilliant daughter, Amy. My life was pretty standard until my own sister turned our world upside down. You know how they say family's got your back? Well, not in my case. Mom, I got my personal statement done. Want to read it? Amy bounced into the kitchen, laptop in hand, her pre-med honors cord still hanging on her graduation photo behind her. Of course! Johns Hopkins is your first choice, right? Yeah, and Mayo Clinic. I've got everything ready for both. I couldn't help but smile. My daughter had worked so hard, maintaining a 3.9 GPA while juggling volunteer work at 3 different hospitals. Unlike my sister Linda's daughter, Rachel, who, well, let's just say college hasn't been her strong suit. Sarah, you're babying her too much. My sister's voice dripped with fake concern at our monthly family dinner. Rachel manages her own applications. That's because she's applying for community college, Linda. Med school's different. Community college is still college? Rachel snapped, pushing her food around her plate. My parents, as usual, jumped to their defense. Linda's right, Sarah. You've always been too involved in Amy's life. Have you seen Rachel's new artwork? Linda quickly changed the subject, pulling out her phone. She's thinking about switching to art school. Oh, wonderful, Mom gushed, while Dad nodded approvingly. The same parents who frowned when Amy mentioned her MCAT scores earlier. Later that week, Amy spread her application materials across our dining table. Aunt Linda offered to drop these off at the post office tomorrow since she's heading that way. Isn't that nice? Something felt off. Since when does Linda offer to help? She said she's proud of me for trying, even though medical school's really hard to get into. But look at my letters of recommendation. I watched Amy carefully organize everything. Her stellar recommendations, perfect MCAT scores, the personal statement we'd spent months perfecting. My gut screamed that something wasn't right, but I pushed the feeling away. Linda was family, after all. Maybe I should drop them off myself, I suggested. Mom, stop being so controlling. That's what Aunt Linda said you'd say. I'm trying to be more independent, remember? I forced a smile, remembering Linda's snide comments at dinner. The way she'd been oddly interested in Amy's applications lately. How Rachel had been getting more hostile with each family gathering. Fine, but text me the tracking numbers once she sends them. Sure. I'm so excited, Mom. Just think, next year I could be starting med school. If only I'd listened to my instincts that day. If only I'd known what Linda was really planning. But sometimes the people closest to you are the ones you least suspect. And my sister was about to teach me that lesson the hard way. 2 weeks passed with no confirmation emails from any medical schools. Something wasn't right. Amy checked her application portal for the 20th time. Mom, there's nothing here. No confirmations, nothing. Let me call Johns Hopkins. The admissions officer's response made my blood run cold. We haven't received any application from Amy Chen. That's impossible. What about Mayo Clinic? One moment, no application on file there either. My hands shook as I dialed Linda's number. Straight to voicemail. I drove to the post office, demanding to see their security footage. Ma'am, if you can provide the date and approximate time. The footage showed Linda walking in, but she never approached the mailing counter. Instead, she headed straight for the garbage area. My stomach churned as I watched her dump a large envelope into the dumpster. Those timestamps match? I could barely speak. Yes, ma'am. March 15th, 2:47 p.m. I rushed to my parents' house, footage downloaded on my phone. Linda was there, of course, with that smug look on her face. Oh, please, the footage is unclear. You've always been jealous of my relationship with Mom and Dad. Jealous? You destroyed your niece's future. Mom stepped between us. Sarah, you're being dramatic. Linda would never... Really? Then explain this. I played the footage. That's your precious Linda throwing away Amy's med school applications. Dad waved it off. The video's too grainy. Besides, Rachel is struggling enough without her cousin making her feel worse. Making her feel worse? By pursuing her dreams? It's probably for the best, Linda smirked. Amy isn't cut out for medical school anyway. Right, Rachel. Rachel wouldn't meet my eyes. Yeah. I mean, community college is more realistic. I got home to find Amy in tears, surrounded by acceptance letters from her undergraduate days. I worked so hard, Mom. 4 years of perfect grades, research projects, volunteering. We'll fix this, honey. I promise. That night, I dug deeper, called every medical school on Amy's list. None had received her applications. But 3 universities reported something strange: attempts to submit negative recommendations under my name. The letters claimed your daughter was mentally unstable, the admin clerk said. We found it suspicious since they contradicted her professor's glowing recommendations. I checked Amy's email backup folder. Every confirmation email had been deleted. The IP address traced back to Linda's house. Mom, what if she's right? What if I'm not good enough? Don't you dare say that. Your aunt is sick with jealousy. This isn't about you. It's about her own failures as a mother. I held my daughter as she cried herself to sleep, my mind racing. This wasn't just about the applications anymore. This was about years of manipulation, of Linda poisoning our family against us. Tomorrow, I'd start gathering real evidence. My sister had no idea what kind of fight she'd just started. My doorbell rang at midnight. Rachel stood there, mascara running down her face. I can't take it anymore, Aunt Sarah. Mom's gone crazy. I led her to the kitchen, where Amy was still up studying for her emergency MCAT retake. She made me help her hack Amy's email, said it was for the family's good, that if Amy got into med school, it would make me look even worse. Start from the beginning. Mom's been planning this for months. She got Amy's passwords from my cousin's old phone when she borrowed it at Christmas. She's been tracking everything: recommendations, test scores, application deadlines. Amy slammed her textbook shut. You knew this whole time? I'm so sorry. She said she'd pull me out of college if I didn't help. But yesterday, she was bragging to her friends about how she saved her daughter from feeling inferior. I recorded it. The recording played. Of course I destroyed them. Amy's too full of herself anyway. Now Rachel won't have to compete with her perfect cousin anymore. Sarah should thank me. I called Johns Hopkins immediately, despite the hour. Their legal team wanted to meet first thing tomorrow. You have concrete evidence of application tampering? Voice recordings, email traces, security footage, and a witness. We take these situations very seriously, Miss Chen. We'll launch a full investigation. My parents showed up unannounced the next morning. You're tearing this family apart. Linda just needs counseling. We can handle this privately. Privately? Like how you handled her destroying Amy's future? She's under stress. Rachel's been struggling. Stop using my cousin as an excuse, Amy snapped. I worked my butt off for this. Why should I give up my dreams because Rachel can't handle seeing me succeed? Mom tried a different approach. Think about the scandal. It'll hurt everyone's reputation. Should have thought about that before Linda committed fraud. The university investigation moved quickly. They found everything. The deleted emails, the fake recommendations, even Linda's attempts to access Amy's student records. Then Linda showed up at my office. Call off the investigation or I'll tell everyone what really happened. What really happened? Please, enlighten me. How you've always pushed Amy too hard. How you're making up these accusations because you're jealous of my success. Mom and Dad believe me. Too bad the evidence doesn't. Evidence can be explained away. Who do you think the family will believe? The jealous single mom or the sister who's always taken care of everyone? Get out of my office before I call security. You'll regret this, Sarah. Nobody hurts my daughter's future. No, Linda. You did that all by yourself. The next day, every medical school on Amy's list received detailed documentation of the sabotage. The dean of admissions at Johns Hopkins personally called to discuss Amy's application. Linda's mask was finally cracking. But I knew from her expression when she left my office, this wasn't over yet. The university board meeting was packed. Linda sat with our parents while I held Amy's hand. The investigation has confirmed intentional sabotage of Amy Chen's medical school applications. This is a serious violation of academic integrity. This is ridiculous. They're just jealous of my position on the school board. Linda stood up, face red. Mrs. Peters, we have evidence of you using your board access to tamper with student records. We're terminating your position immediately. Mom jumped up. You can't do this to my daughter. We can, and we will. The police have been notified about the identity theft and fraud charges. The news spread fast. Linda's private tutoring business collapsed overnight. Nobody wanted their kids taught by someone who'd sabotage a student's future. That evening, Rachel called. Mom's having a meltdown. She's blaming everyone but herself. Are you okay? I moved out, got a small apartment with my art classmates. Turns out I'm actually good at graphic design when Mom's not criticizing every move I make. Amy grabbed the phone. Rachel, I got into Johns Hopkins. Early admission. That's amazing. I'm so sorry about everything. Hey, you helped expose the truth. That took guts. My parents showed up unannounced again, but this time looking deflated. The country club revoked our membership. Everyone's talking about what Linda did. That's what happens when you enable her behavior for 20 years. We were trying to protect the family. No, you were protecting your favorite daughter while she destroyed everyone else. Dad cleared his throat. Amy, we're sorry. We should have supported your dreams. Little late for that. I've got a new support system now. Rachel's coming to my white coat ceremony instead. Mom started crying. But we're family. Family doesn't sabotage each other. Family doesn't destroy someone's hard work out of jealousy. Linda made her choice, and you backed her up every step of the way. The doorbell rang. Rachel walked in, sporting vibrant blue hair and a confident smile I'd never seen before. Got my first graphic design client. A medical tech startup, actually. They love my portfolio. Amy hugged her cousin. That's incredible. My parents stood awkwardly. Rachel, your mother misses you. My mother misses controlling me. Big difference. I'm done living in her shadow. Later that night, Amy showed me her Johns Hopkins acceptance letter again. You know what's funny, Mom? Aunt Linda tried to destroy my dream, but she ended up freeing us all instead. Rachel's finally doing what she loves. I'm heading to my dream school. And you don't have to deal with their toxic behavior anymore. I looked at my daughter, so strong and resilient despite everything. Sometimes the best revenge is living well. And getting your aunt fired and facing fraud charges? Well, that doesn't hurt either. What would you do if you discovered that someone in your own family deliberately destroyed your child's future out of jealousy? Would you press charges like Sarah did? Or try to handle it privately like her parents suggested? Some say blood is thicker than water, but others believe toxic family members should face real consequences. What's your take on this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story of family betrayal and sweet revenge, hit that like button. Subscribe to catch more dramatic true stories, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. See you in the next one.